So now that you have all the tips to create the best visuals, I wanted to tell you more about how you can share, interact, and collaborate with content in Tableau Server or Tableau Online. It is important for any organization to choose a platform that enables you to share accurate data and interactive dashboards while giving you control over how your organization accesses analytics. In the next 30 minutes, I want to show you how Tableau sharing and collaboration platform integrate seamlessly with Tableau Desktop and unleash the power of data across your organization. You might already know this, but Tableau introduced a role-based licensing model in 2018.1 version. So as a Tableau user, you would be assigned to one of those three roles in the platform. The creator role is more suited for analysts and power users who want to explore data deeply, use Tableau Desktop or Tableau Prep Builder to combine different datasets. Then we have the Tableau Explorer for business users who want to answer their own question faster with full self-service analytics. Finally, the Tableau Viewer role is more for casual data users who just want to view and interact with data built by others. So in this session, I will give you an overview of how each type of role can fully utilize all their license capabilities to share and collaborate together on the same secure platform. In a world striving for more data literacy and more data-driven decision making, looking to foster data culture is an obvious first step. When every department and role can analyze their own data, this frees up the analyst task list, allowing them to have more time to analyze, generate smarter insights, and evangelize why a data culture is pivotal to success. I will show you the key features in the Tableau platform that can help you in this journey. But it cannot be forgotten that there is no silver bullet to creating and curating a data culture. It requires buy-in from all levels of the organization and a commitment to grow and nurture a community of exploration and sharing. So let's start with the interact part. I'll switch to my Tableau Online site. So 1 second. Okay, so maybe I'll just sign out and sign in again. Okay, so that's my email address and I'm going to sign in. Here we go. So this would be your site. You automatically get into the home. So your site is your new playground. You can see all the content that you have access to across your Tableau site from the navigation pane. Let's click Explore first. So here you can see all the projects, workbook, and views that you have access to. And your site role and permission determine the content that you can see and the options that are available for you. So let's see how we can interact with content, open a view, and see what we can do from there. So I'm going to search for an executive overview of a dashboard that I, let's say, usually look at. So the great thing with the interaction in Tableau is that when you interact with a view, you can simply change how it looks for a moment. And the next time you or your colleague open the view, it will look exactly as it originally appeared. The underlying data always remains safe and sound, so you can feel free to explore. So here, for example, I wanted to show you how I can select a specific central region and have my own view that interests me, and then maybe just select a certain period of time that also I want to focus on. In most cases, the creator of the dashboard will have add filters that let you limit visible data to specific date range, region, and categories. So you could either select a region via the quick filter, and as you want to see the trend for the last year only, you could use that date range filter as well. Sometimes the dashboard contain what we call v's in tooltips that gives you more detail about the specific data point on the view. And then you can immediately see the details without drilling down to another table. If you find yourself changing a Tableau server view every time you open it, you should consider saving your changes as a custom view. So, for example, if I'm only in charge of the central region and I always want to see only the data for the last 12 months each time I open this view, I should definitely save a custom view. So it's very simple. You go in the view in the toolbar and you call it here the name that you want it to be, and then you can save it, make it your default view, or make it also visible to others. So if you make it visible to others, um, other user can also access it and choose and have this option as different views. When you select a mark or a specific subset of mark in the view, you can see all the information about the marks in the tooltip appear. So here I have selected 20 states. The sum of those states is 43,000. And I can always check if I have the permission to view the underlying data. By clicking on this little table icon, I can see all the data related to those 20 states that I have hovered over and selected. There are also many ways um, to download this workbook and get kind of a snapshot of the visualization. So Explorer have multiple download options. So you have the top toolbar here and you click on download. You can download as an image, data, crosstab, PDF, PowerPoint, or a Tableau workbook if you're an explorer that can publish. So now that we have had an overview of what you can do through the web browser, I actually wanted to let you know that you can also access your Tableau dashboard via your mobile app and iPad that you can download for an iPhone or Android. With the device designer feature, Tableau Creator can create optimized layout for mobile and iPad very easily. So you don't have to wait to get back to your office or for your plane to touch down. You can have all interactive preview and your data will always be at a fingertips if you're connected to the network. The experience is adapted to mobile and iPad, and so you can also filter, select, drill down with a tap on your finger. I also wanted to talk about something new in Tableau that we introduced recently, which we call metric, and it's part of, so it has been released in 2020.2, and it's very convenient to view any dashboard and save a lot of time and effort for your Tableau data stewards. Metric allow you to put these key numbers to be easily tracked across any number of dashboards, providing value to those who may not be heavy Tableau users but still want or need to be informed without having to click through multiple dashboards. Metric support on Tableau Online allow all customers to track their data anytime and anywhere they want. So Explorer can publish Explorer who can publish can create metrics from nearly any Tableau dashboard as an easy way to monitor key performance indicators that matter to them and make it available for viewers, explorers, and creators, so everyone else on the server or online. Metrics can be accessed both on the web and on the mobile app. So I'll show you how it looks on the web. It will look like this. And I will also show you how to create one very quickly because it is actually extremely easy. So here, for example, if I have a sales performance dashboard, and then what I'm the most interested in every time is just to have the latest number that is refreshed every day, then I can click on that measure, click on metric, and then it will give me the latest number every time. You can personalize the name, change the actual measure you want to have as a KPI number, and click create. So here you go. It was as simple as that. Now I go to the metric and it will kind of create this dashboard. You can share the metric and it will be found in the project book. So here, this is the new one that I have just created. So every time the data refreshes, the number will change. So people won't have to go into a dashboard. They can just look at the last number. Now I wanted to show you some more exciting things that an explorer can do, including what we call as data and web edit. So I'm going to show you. So depending on your level of access and permissions, you can edit an existing published workbook or add worksheets to your view, dashboards, and stories. You can create and edit a new workbook based on a published data source or edit an existing published data source and add worksheets. You can also connect to different published data sources while editing. So yeah, I'll show you very quickly how to do that. So to edit a published view, for example, we can have a look here. I can get to this overview. Then if I click on edit, so if you have the Explorer role on the website, you can see the layout of the dashboard, drill down to the different sheets of the dashboard, and maybe change instead of profit ratio. I want to see the discount instead, or change other things. It's really up to you. But basically, you can just start your own analysis, duplicate, add sheet, change or not, and then you will have, depending on your permissions again, you have the option to save or to save as um, on the site. So there is another thing that you could do is, so if I go to explore and look at all the data sources, let's say I will search for the Superstore dataset. And here sorry, I just go back. So I have this superstore data set. And from all these, this is all what we call data sources. You see the ones with a tick are certified data sources. I can click on the three little dot and create a new workbook out of it. So if someone just publish a data source, I can create a new workbook from scratch using the web edit option. I can download the data and maybe use it to create a new dashboard on Tableau Desktop, etc. So this is the things that you could do. But what I wanted to do uh, now is to show you another thing that an explorer can do in Tableau is to use as data. So here on my side, I have created a folder only with data sources. So here we have decided to only publish data sources for people to answer their own questions. So let's click here. So I'm clicking on this publish extract um, of the APARC Superstore dataset, which has been certified. So I know it's the right data that I can use. So the As Data tab, when I open it, open a data source, show it automatically. And I can see all the fields available and the profile of the data gives me a good indication of what type of data these fields hold, including common values, numeric ranges, and time period. So this all prompt me to a question. Let's just start to ask using our natural language processing. So what is our overall profit? So by asking just this, what we call natural language question, Tableau replaces it by an analytics expression, which is the sum of profit. And I get back to our answer. So let's break it down further. I want to know how our profit is doing by quarter. So now we translate that question into a line chart and I have the representation of my profit by quarter. But you can ask other questions relevant to this data set, like how many customer do we have? So it would translate this as a discount count of customer. And then I say in each country. And then it will automatically show a map where you can see the number of customers in each country. So we can see how we can answer questions very quickly using Ask Data and get an immediate visualization response. So where Ask Data really comes into its own, it's when it's used for conversational analytics. So if I type, I want my total revenue by product type. So note that we actually don't have revenue or product type as field, but as data understand what we're looking for. So that's because we have added synonyms, so you can actually add other values than the name of the value itself. So here for subcategory, you have added the product type synonyms, and for sales, we have the revenue synonym, which you can edit very quickly by clicking on the editing. So here, what I want to know how our sales are doing, how our profit are doing. Okay, so they tell me that a scatter plot is better. I've seen before that tables are having kind of an issue. You can see the negative profitability here. So let's drill down on this. Keep only and drill down to see how it is doing for each product. So now we have drilled down from the subcategory level to the product level. And I can immediately identify all these elements that are negative as well. So I can actually adjust. If I'm only looking at profitability, for example, I can type low profits and Tableau will then filter it out to only the one that are have very low profits. And then you can click on ascending, descending, and see easily who are the most unprofitable product item in this category. So it was really quick to get this insight. We have discovered who was our lowest performing product. And now we can actually even save that workbook and use it as a base point for further analysis or share it with someone else to collaborate in Tableau. So I can save this or not save this. It's really up to me. So now I wanted to show you how you can actually share your content and idea. So basically how you can collaborate in Tableau. So as a viewer, um, you can subscribe to a specific view or to an entire dashboard. So if you open a view in Tableau, you can click on the subscription icon in the toolbar. You can subscribe to this view that you have created before, a custom view, and receive an image and a PDF or a PDF of this view by email on a schedule, custom the subject, and tell exactly when you want to receive it, at what time, on which specific day. So if you know how often the data will refresh, you can determine when you want people to subscribe, and you can actually add here like a whole group or a specific person, for example. And then you can subscribe them or subscribe yourself. So yeah, viewers can receive that, and explorers and creator can subscribe others to a view. As a viewer, you cannot create your own data-driven alerts, which are emails you send once a condition is met, but an explorer actually can. So I'm going to show you how to do it now. Data-driven alert is really great when you want to be notified when something reach a certain threshold. So let's just go to um, see another dashboard that might be relevant to get an alert from. Um, so here, for example, let's take the same one. So here, let's say that we have a whole sales team that is trying to achieve a certain number, and I'm the manager, and I actually just want to be notified if something happened based on a condition. So I click on an axis and I can create what we call an alert. So here, I can tailor my condition. If the total sum of sales is above or equal, let's say 6 million, or let's say my target is 8 million. So here you see the reference line changed. Then I want to receive an alert saying sales alert, we have reached 8 million. So if the condition is true, I can receive an email as frequently as possible or choose how many times it will refresh and see who will be the recipient. So then you can create an alert. So it's a tiny bit different to the subscription because it is conditional to a condition that you have set up on the measure. Okay. So to finish, I'm going back on my presentation. Sorry. So at the very end. So I just wanted to remind everyone that you can consume all of this published dashboard from everywhere. You can either embed your dashboard in your internal SharePoint or your application, your internal web page within your company, or just access the Tableau platform via web browser on your laptop, just as we did now. If you're often on the go, you could use your mobile or your iPad to see the latest KPI that you need to be on the top of. So, yeah, with that said, thank you very much for attending this session until the end. I hope that you have learned something today that will help you for your data analysis. For more live and recorded training videos, you can go on tableau.com/learn. And I would highly recommend you to check our Tableau public website, which has so many nice dashboards to look at. And if you have more questions, feel free to contact ANZ Events at tableau.com. So as I said before, I will send you maybe some of these resources I'm going to show you now so that you can follow up with the best practices of the data visualization. So here they are. So if you go on the Tableau public website and you search for Andy Crable or visual vocabulary, you will see all these different type of graphs that he suggests. So if you're doing, for example, a ranking, he gives you different like suggestions. So this is more of a, yeah, the article about this visual vocabulary. So as I said, there are different ways to represent ranking, distribution, change over time. So if you're liking our inspiration, this will be great. So have a look at it. So on Tableau Public, you have the main gallery as well. And every day or every week, you have the viz of the day uh, that has been selected among all of the dashboard that are published all the time, really by your community of users who are absolutely passionate about Tableau and publishing those out of their working hours. So yeah, it's really a great source of inspiration, and often you can download them. So here in this case, the visual vocabulary that you have another one here that tells you an example of heat map, donut chart, label chart, so all type of charts, and you can download them as well if you want to reverse engineer how to do this. The session that I have presented for the best practice design is part of one of the Tableau conference session. But there are many things you can do. I really love the Tableau conference session. You can really choose if you want like to look more at dashboard and design, uh, what's your level, and then search for the different sessions that are relevant. So you have a lot of updated tips on this um, that are really, really good, I find. So one of my favorite for visual analytics is as well. So the science of data visualization is the one um, that I used as well for today's presentation. And you have also one that I really like called A Practical Guide to Guided Analytics. So, yeah, thank you again, everyone, for coming today. I'll put back the contact and have a great day.